Wow. So it's working. I'm not sure if I'm lagging or not. I hope I'm not. I don't think I am. Let's see. It's acting really goofy right now, so I'm not sure what's going on. But anyways, okay. Hi again. Here I am. It's day three. I'm gonna keep counting up. I'm super excited. It's kind of warm in the this space here, so I'm kind of dealing with that. I got my Bucky shirt on, so I love Bucky's. I had a conversation with one of my sup Anita Avery. Is that like a bird thing? Yeah, it is a bird thing. Your sup seems very suspicious. I'm not sure what the sup. Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine about this shirt, or not really this shirt, but Bucky's in general, and how Bucky's is like, I don't know how to explain it. It's a very happy gas station. It's like the theme park of gas stations. Uh, you are a fan of Bucky's? Yes, I am. I am. I'm not like a huge like. I wouldn't live there, but I mean, I feel like somebody could live there if that makes sense. Not that I would, but yeah, I like Bucky's a lot. It's one of my favorite places to go to on like whenever I go on a trip or something like that. And my favorite things to always get are like grapes. I love grapes, especially when they're in a container like this. I like eating grapes a lot. I like what else? Eating. Oh, they're what is that called? Oh, like it's not a manwich. It's a pulled pork with macaroni. Yeah, pulled pork with macaroni is one of my favorite things to get to. It's really nice. I tried getting the YouTube stream going, but I didn't know that there was like a 48-hour wait time, so I have to actually wait 24 more hours from the day that I requested the YouTube play or YouTube live streaming service. So you have to like the way it's weird. You have to apply to it by yeah, it's the tools. Oh, it's the Vokio. Where she was right there. She was somewhere here. I brought her in, and I was gonna put her in her little onesie, but she ran away under the bed, and this is her little onesie. I got it at Walmart for like a baby. Yeah, but I like putting it on her, and it's got the official Nintendo seal of approval right there. So I'm gonna it's not a Nintendo product, but I'm gonna put it on her whenever she comes out. Um, but yeah, so I have to wait 24 more hours to be able to live stream on YouTube. So it'll be good for Monday, not today, but nonetheless, I still did or committed to the action for us to be able to stream out to YouTube as well and to be able to reach more people. The TikTok one, apparently that one's a little bit harder to get into, so I have to wait on that one, and I'm really excited for whenever that does happen. So for right now, I just want to have the basic minimum stuff that I think I should get to be able to stream on YouTube and here. There's a sub requirement to TikTok. I think there is a sub requirement. I'm not too sure. I think it was like 50. Um, I was able to yeah, on TikTok. Yeah, on TikTok there. I think there is like wait, did I say TikTok or YouTube? So TikTok has a sub requirement, so I have to start putting. Oh no, no, man! She got away. Never mind. I felt her touch my leg, and then she ran under the bed. But she'll come out. She'll come out, and then I'll bring the onesie in because I like having her on my chest, but not when I'm sitting down. But I'll put her right here so you guys can see her. But yeah. So for TikTok, you have to have like 50 subs, I think, and what I'm doing is I have a bunch of shorts from the last streams that I'm going to put up on TikTok as well, and I'm going to work on making a like a quick introductory video of like these streams are and what the game is. So I'm super excited about that, and it's going to be nice actually having like a more like a bigger representation of like what we're working on TikTok and on YouTube. So on Instagram, that's a different case. I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. I don't normally post on social media because I try and stay away from social media. But I think for sure, if I want to grow these streams and I want people to like come and hang out, then I definitely have to do that. So, what are we doing today? I will get to that after I talk about the past few 2 days. The past 2 days. Wow, very quickly. The past 2 days have been pretty cool. I got some really cool news about a potential job, and I'm super excited about that. But I can't really talk about it yet until I do their. I'm doing essentially their kind of like not tutorial, like their course demo. They want me to do a demo for an Unreal Engine course for them, and so they want me to kind of get a quick setup, rather not a setup, but like a quick demo of my skills and the way I present myself and the way I talk and the way I set up a quick tutorial, so that way they can see what if I have like the same energy that they give out or the energy that they want. And so hopefully I'll this weekend I'll do it and I'll turn it into them, and then they'll be super excited and I get to, I get a job. Yay. But the Game Awards were yesterday, and yes, victory. The Game Awards were yesterday, and I'm super excited to talk about them because one of my favorite game series is Mega Man, and that got announced, and I'm really happy about that. I grew up playing Mega Man, and I love playing it, and the Blue Bomber has always been like one of my favorite series, and so I'm excited for this one to come out. And I don't know how long I'm gonna have to wait, but it might be 2027. So I'm hoping that's it is gonna be far away, but I'm just gonna distract myself like I did with Link's Awakening. So I'm really happy about that. Okay, we will talk about the Game Awards during the stream and anything else that we want to talk about. The first thing that I have to get through is what is on the agenda today. So the agenda is that I am trying to get chat stream, you guys, loaded up on my gaming chat Twitch Unreal Engine stream integration, and so that way you guys can see your messages coming through inside of the actual project, which is a little bit weird. If you really think about it, it's like you talk, Twitch integration pushes it over to Unreal, and then Unreal puts it on the screen. So it sounds a little bit direct, but programming wise, it is going to be interesting because what I don't want to do is whenever we're playing games together, I don't know how people will feel about having the Twitch chat inside of the environment, and it's going to be hard to see. So there's a bunch of challenges that I have to get through. One, will the chat be visible? So if we have like a bunch of messages, how big is that screen supposed to be inside of the Unreal project? If we have like, I don't know, the camera be too far away, that's another thing. If the player, if you're looking at the gaming stream, which is like the CRT, maybe optional. I'm trying to think about that because the thing about the optional part is it is something that's going to be live. I don't know if giving the control to people is going to be easy, because if a bunch of people want it off, then they can, I'll put a command like, oh, turn off chat. But if they want it on, then I'll have the command be like, turn chat on or something like that. But some people like it and some people don't. So maybe it's something that I control through the moment. And if I want people to see like, oh, like this is a chat like I can hide it. Like if it's a conversation that I want people to see, then I'll turn it on. If it's a conversation that I want people to not be privy, not necessarily, because you're gonna see it anyways. It's right there. But some people like seeing their messages come out on the screen. and having something tangible in the moment would be really cool, because people will be like, oh, what is that chat talking in the, what is it called, in the scene, in the Unreal Engine scene, or what the hell's going on? It's a 3D environment, and I can see chat and I can see my messages. It's a weird thing. But yeah, so on the to-do list I have right there, it is a set up chat for stream. And let's see, I know that for sure I want to set up the camera, and I think the camera's already kind of set up, but I do want to have set up idle animations for both character. I'm just gonna leave it like that, because I know that what I want to do is whenever you see it on screen, I want the hand to like move for now while I'm working on that. And then I want me to move, but that's gonna have to be like a what is it called, animation that I control when I'm talking. So when I talk, I want the character to move. Rather, I want you to be able to turn towards me and still look at the monitor. So I'll get to that in a second. I know it's a little confusing because you don't see the environment in front of you. So set up idle animations, and then I want to set up a what is it called? It's kind of like a debug menu set up. Actually, no, I think that one I'll do in the back end. Let's see. I think that's it for now, because those are two very big things. Setting up a chat inside of Unreal Engine for something like this is big. So that is going to take a bit, so I'll leave that. So for our to-do, set up chat for streams and set up idle animations for both of our characters. The next thing I want to do is I want to copy my chat 3D into my left dev. And so let me do this. Let us see left dev. Whoop, wait, no, right. Whoop, there you go. Let me copy this over, and because it's on this side, I think you should be able to, I think you'll be fine. Let's see. Now let us open Unreal. So the Game Awards, what was announced and what am I excited for? So they did have a bunch of stuff that they announced, but for sure, like I said, Mega Man. Let me bring it up. Announced games. And if you guys have a game that you want to bring up that you're excited for, let me know. So right now, let's see. Okay, we have, yeah. So let's open the project and we can talk about these as we go. I wish I had a third monitor, but that is going to take a bit for me to get. Or actually, you know what? I can actually pull it up on my iPad. Neato. Game Awards. Announced games. Boom, there it is. And not the biggest announcements. I want all of the announcements. Yeah. Okay, so the first one was Audiomack. Actually, it wasn't the first one. It was one of the ones that was announced up there. There you go. And no. Give me a second. Let me just hit play and see what that looks like. If I hit play, again, I get this authorized thing, and it's successful. And now we can see again that this is primarily what I want people to see, but I feel like this might be it might be too tight, if that makes sense. So this might be like a little bit too close for comfort for some people to see the thing, but it might be like the best view that I can figure out right now. And what's super important to me is that we can see clearly what the screen on the left is, and you can see me, but I don't want that to always be the case. So if we have, what is it called, the bigger CRT, we want that to be like the big presentation thing. So like, I want people to be able to see that I'm playing Final Fantasy and actually see the text, because if I am playing the game and I am going through like a story part of the game, I don't want people to have a hard time reading the text, because if they have a hard time reading the text, then they're not going to be able to like kind of understand where I'm headed to next, unless I spend like a lot of time reading whatever is being said on the screen, which would kind of be a little bit frustrating. So maybe I might even have like a what is it called, like a clear picture, like another view where people can actually see like the actual um the text. So I'm trying to figure that out. I also thought about a really cool view where like if I say, oh yeah, look closely, or if I have a hotkey for Unreal where it'll move the camera closer to the viewer, or not the viewer but the TV, and then they can see it better. So I'm gonna have to really really like dial in the actual shader for the screen, so that way it's not like super hard to see, like it's not super, it's too blurry or noisy. So that's kind of what we want to do. The other thing is, okay, if you have the TV here, how are we going to show how are we going to show chat? How would we show the actual dialogue, or rather what chat is saying here? I mean, we could have it be like a what is it called? That one thing that people buy to show them, like a ticker. I think it's called a ticker, where it'll show every single chat like message, but like super slowly, or rather, it'll go a bunch of times, and then it'll move on to the next one and show that. I seriously tripped out. I thought one of the particle effects was a tiny roach, but I was like, wait a minute, I never added that to the game. But that really tripped me out. But yeah, it would be like it could be like a ticker here, and it could show up like right here on. Let me put the zoom one so I can. Yeah, so like it could show up, and this is the view that we have right now. It could show up like right here, which is like this part of the TV, or it can show up maybe in the screen, because that would actually be cool. Like if showed up like right here on the bottom of the screen, but then that would get in the way. I know that the Steam achievements can show up right there, but I'm not too sure about having like a lot of Twitch messages show up at the bottom or on screen when we're supposed to focus on that. But that doesn't mean I still need to do something about it. Like I still need to set it up. So we're gonna go ahead and start setting it up, because that is the thing we do. The thing we do is the thing we do. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go into projects. Oh wait, do I already have a chat thing? Test widget. I have test widgets. I have this, and this is I feel like this should just be the message. Because I'm not sure if I want to. You know what? I'm gonna start a new one. I'm gonna be a little bit cleaner. Logic, and then I'm gonna make a widgets folder. And so in here, I'm gonna set up. Here we go. Yeah. So like I was saying about the Game Awards, the first one I guess on the list is Audiomack. I've never really played. I did play Audiosurf actually. I don't usually play rhythm games. I used to be really good at them on the 3DS. Chat widget. Yeah, chat widget. And then I need to make another one that's like the actual chat text. BP underscore just chat message. And so the chat widget will be the one housing the chat messages. And these are pretty easy to do. So the first thing that I want to do on chat widget is I want to set up a size box, because I want to control what the size of that widget is going to look like. And inside of it, I might actually have, let's go with vertical, because I know I'm going to need to have a, inside of this vertical, it's going to be like up and down. And then we're gonna have to put like horizontal boxes. And so these horizontal boxes, I miss the old rhythm games for mobile that they discontinued. Yeah. Like there's I know there was a piano one. I'm trying to remember what it was. I know that I had it. It was like this alien, not an alien, but it was like this shadow creature thing, and he played the piano, and there was this little girl, and it was like a whole story. I remember that one. Did it have round buttons? I think it was. It makes me want to search for it. It was like Beeple or something like that. It was like a weird sounding name. Mobile mobile rhythm games with or it was like a anime kind of like type. Uh, I don't think I'm gonna. Oh, I found it. Demo. The one I played was Demo, and that one, if you do get a chance to try it out, that one's really nice. Trying to look to see if Kiki has come out from her little hiding spot. Mm. But yeah, um, I used to play the piano one. There's so many rhythm games that it's hard to kind of nail down. Um, yeah, I loved it. But yeah, there's so many rhythm games that it's hard to nail down which one you're thinking about. Size box, vertical box. Yeah, so we have the size box, we have the vertical box, and we want to add okay horizontal. So okay, so this part right here, I wouldn't do it in here. I would do it in the actual chat message in here. We would have to have the same thing. It's a size box. And then in that size box, we're gonna have a horizontal box. And so in here, we'll put like on Twitch they have like the Twitch icon, like the profile picture, and then you have like the name of the person, and then you have the actual message that was put out. So the chat integration currently right now, it only allows me. I don't know if it allows me to actually get like GIFs, because I don't think so. Unreal really can't. It does support animations, but I don't think it supports GIFs in the sense that it does, but we'd have to integrate it with like a plugin or something like that. So right now, the one thing it does do is that we can do messages, which is it kind of sucks because people want to see those GIFs because it's like a really cool thing to look at, I guess. So yeah, this is from the chat integration. This is what I actually can use. So I have the broadcaster user ID, the broadcaster user login, which is, and the broadcaster username, which are my stuff. And then so like that's me. And the chatter. Oh my god, Tap Tap Revenge. I used to play those. Yeah, the Tap Tap games. Yeah, I did used to play those. Those were really good. I'm trying to yeah, they like started off with giving you like a bunch of songs, and then down the road I think you had to buy them, and I think I do remember buying a bunch of like I can't remember, it was like My Chemical Romance, but like punk. Yeah, it was punk music that they added. I I'd have to see the Citus. I'd have to see the actual logo for it. It looks it sounds very familiar. But yeah, the chatter user ID, the chatter user login, and the chatter username are you guys, and those are the ones that I want. So right now I have the chatter username, which is right here, and that one I'm putting it into this. So I'm switching over. Oh, whoops! I went too far. I'm grabbing that and I'm switching this name text, and I'm putting it to you guys, to your name. So whenever I hit play, it'll show up. It's still available. You know what? I'll put it on because Citus mobile. Oh, it is. There's a Citus too. Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah. All I had to see was the image. Yeah. Yeah, I know which one. Yeah, I know for sure this one. Yeah, that looks so cool. The art is so good too. Yeah. I wonder if it's on iOS, because if it's on iOS, for sure I'll get it. Yeah, yeah, it is. The idea Hatsune Miku, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll probably play it. I'll probably play it like either tonight or tomorrow, because I love my rhythm games when I'm since I don't really play them on computer. I play them on mobile, obviously. But the one thing that I used to do is my favorite thing that I enjoyed in Japan when I Citus one is free and has better music. That interface is giving my Dynamo and Grasshopper PTSD. What does that message mean? That interface is giving my Dynamo and Grasshopper PTSD. That that interface. You so you have a what's a Dynamo? It's like giving my brain my brain. I'm so confused. Okay, well, it's a software. Oh, okay. Dynamo and Grasshopper is a software. Okay. I'm curious to know like what kind of software it is. It could be like a music software. But yeah, I'm gonna put the name from here, and I'm gonna set the actual dialogue. So I'm just gonna copy this for now. I have a Twitch variable here that I will put inside of chat widget because we're gonna need to actually, yeah, we're gonna need to actually pull this. And this right here is where are you? Right here. Find references. Come on, come on, come on. No, click on that, and then browse the type. And here I have all the Twitch integration stuff. So if I wanted to, I could pull information from here whenever it happens. So whenever you guys say something, this thing will asynchronously, which means like it'll get it at the same time, or whenever it needs to happen, it'll send do slash say whatever it is that you want me to, or whatever it is that you want me to show. So on here on chat message, the Twitch integration lets me send that information when it happens. So if you say, "Oh, what's up?" yada yada yada, this thing gets called, and then it'll go, it'll call the actual, where is it? This event dispatch. So it's like a phone. This person, this actor will be like, "Okay, I'm getting a call for a message that I want to send." This thing, the chat message thing, is the thing that's calling, and then anything that has a phone to receive it, it could be like 15 people all having that one like AIM like chat thing, or like a maybe like an email thing where you like subscribe. Anything that is subscribed to it will then receive that call, and then that information that was passed right here, the notification, that message is the information that they will receive from the call. So it says, "Hey, do this." And so in here in the chat widget, I can say, "Okay, let me pull that right here. It's this one right here, bind event on chat message." And so now I can do that. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna copy this and all of this, and then I'm just gonna use it inside of chat widget, which is the thing that we want to do. Okay, boop. I'm gonna delete that. Bind event on chat message. Dispatch. Dispatch. Yeah, event dispatch, not the game. You probably having an idea on who you are. Yeah, you probably, I don't know who you are. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume, but if you've played Dispatch, I have not played Dispatch, so please don't. I was gonna say don't say any spoilers, but honestly, there's already a bunch of spoilers that I've already ran into on like Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. So I guess it doesn't change anything for me. So if I had to say, just I guess go wild. But I do have it in the rules, then on the stream rules that says no spoilers. So for the sake of other people that might be watching, yeah, we shouldn't be talking about it. Where was I? Okay, so on event construct, I want to do this, but I don't want to set it up directly. I have to actually create the widget first. And so this part right here is going to be called create message. Create message. And on here, it'll be like, wait, did I say, is it create message, not set message? Create message. And so on here, I want to be able to add this thing to the vertical box. So if we take chat message and we put that in here, which is right here, message, there you go, drop it in there. You can't see it yet because I obviously haven't done anything to it. So let's work with this first. Let's create the width override and the height override. The width override is going to be anything from like, I don't know, to 200. And the height override could be like 50. And so that is the, oh, Whoops, you know what? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I forgot to do the canvas. I'm just gonna do like a canvas just for. Um, no, it should have showed up. Let me just add text. Text. Let's add you in here. Oh, yep, there it is. So it's because I have not done the height. No, I have done the height. There you go. That's what it was. And so now it's verb height. Let's do 50 for now. And this size box should have been horizontal. I know what it is. Canvas. I need that canvas. And I'm going to wrap this with the canvas. And then this canvas, I'm going to set it to, actually, usually there's a what is it called? Size thing that allows me to do it. I think it's because I have like a bunch of stuff. Odd. Oh, there it is. Size to content. And then this part right here, I want that to be left leaning, so I'm going to keep it on the left. I'm not too sure about having it fill, but I'm just going to set it up like that for now. And yeah, I think for now that'll be it. Yep, I'm so goofy. It's supposed to be desired. There it is. Yay. Desired on screen. No, it's desired. And so now, size box, I can remove this now. Replace with child. There you go. Yay. Now I can make that as big as I want to. Right now, the text is like, it is like 32. I don't know how big this is going to be because we're just kind of making it on the fly. So I don't know what it's going to look like. Rather, I don't know where it's going to be either. So for now, I think I'm just going to make like a 500 by 500. And I think this right now is like big enough to think about like how much text. So like right now in the chat messages, we have the longest conversation or the longest text we have is, I miss the old rhythm game for mobile that they discontinued. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to paste it into this text block thing. And so based on that, boop, there you go. And I need to also change this to the text font that we're going to be using. And what else? There's going to be an image, I think. Yeah, an image for whoever the user is going to be. So I'm going to add that to the horizontal box and move this to the left. And I will give you, I mean, you don't have a profile pic, so I can't really do anything with that. But I will give you a, this little, where's the dinosaur one? I have the little Rex. Dino. There's like a little, it's this one. It's this little thing is like an icon inside of Unreal that a bunch of stuff uses. And so I want to put that so that way people can know it's Unreal before it even starts. But I think it's because I have to have like engine, developers, content. What is that called? T-Rex? Am I in the right one? T-Rex image, T-Rex. What is that called? I'm gonna look for it. Unreal Engine, T-Rex, Unreal Engine, T-Rex. No, that's not what I meant. Icon, T-Rex, dino icon. What is the dinosaur icon in the games mode? Yeah, okay, so here it is. If you hope this content about something things can be difficult. Wow, the big famous Clockwork Ocean. Thanks for the answer. Okay, that's not an answer that it doesn't really tell me anything. Nope, that does not tell me anything. I'm just gonna have to use another one because it would take a little bit of time to figure that out. Let's see. Dino, let's just, you know what, let's go with a little smiley face right there. Because I'm gonna go with it. Why is it lagging? It's Unreal. God, it's Unreal that it's lagging. Where is the angry face? Where are you? I saw it right now. Why is it going so fast? Go slowly. There it is. Okay, so now I have to set it up to be actually. Where are you? There's a No, that should be it. It's because of the size box. So now I'm gonna have to make that 40, 50, 40, around this size. So 64, because that's the size of the icon. And so now this one, the text, I'm actually gonna make it be in the middle. This one right here. There you go. And let's put that there. So that is right now the longest message that we have. And well, that's T-Rex. Yeah, T-Rex. That's the longest message that we have. And so that's what I'm going to be using as a reference to what the thing is. Rather what we're going to use for the actual thing. So make the width override this big. So okay, about 900. Yay! And I'm gonna set this up to where it's. I can write a longer one. I mean, you could, yeah. But I don't know if we're gonna actually have, what is it called? It's messages that long, maybe. You know what? I think it would be good to account for messages that long. Yeah, see if you see if you can write a message that's longer, and then I'll go ahead and add it. For right now, what I'm gonna do is continue this. Yeah, so like I was saying before, Audio Mech, rhythm games. I have not played a lot of newer rhythm games nowadays, and especially something like this, because what I saw right now is that it's a game that let me expose this very fast. Vertical chat box. Yeah, right. There you go. I'm gonna clear it first. Clear children, so that way people aren't like seeing the text messages if I do any text messages from the get-go or from the beginning. So I'm gonna clear it, and then I'm gonna go on I'm just gonna add it. I think what I want to do is I want to add the messages that show up, because if I clear the message, if I clear this right now, every single message is going to be deleted every single time. Unless that's what I want. If I would have to do it like this. If it is a single message system, then I would have to wait. I would have to queue up the messages for one of them to show up, and then whenever 5 seconds or something like that passes, then that one gets deleted and another one shows up in its place. But I could also do it in the sense that I could have like a new message, then another message pushes that message up, then another message pushes that message up. So I'm trying to think how we should have it. In this case right here, I'm thinking like a ticker message thing, but I don't know. I would have to really figure out like whoops, I forgot about that. Yes, authorized. You know what would be good? Actually drawing this, because I feel like if I don't draw it, let me take a picture of this, sir. Nope. Let me take a picture of this and take that into Miro. That way we're not. Let me pop up Miro. And then we can draw on top of it and then see like what we feel would be really good. Oh, that's so blinding. That's bright. I should really put like make it dimmer. But every single time I touch my brightness, it just turns off the what is it called? It turns off the screen, so I'm not gonna do that. But here I am gonna do a little drawing. Okay, so like I was saying before, if I want to show the messages clearly on here, then I'm going to have to really think about, what is it called? My real estate. So if I have my messages up here, like on a ticker, like this, whoops, like that, sir, like that, then it would be hard for the player to see that. I could increase the FOV a little bit more, the field of view a little bit more, so that way people can see it. I could also have the screen, like the player look up, and that way it's a little easier to see it. So like moving the camera upwards, looking at an angle. I could also put it on a Oh, that's creepy. There's a guy right here with his little hand. I forgot that I put that there. I could also put it like right here. There is a character named Brain Rot, and that would actually be really funny. So I do have this character named Brain Rot, and I'll go ahead and show that, like, because I think there's two ways of getting to the apps for me. So the Brain Rot character is like a character that like kind of like puts his hand on his face, and then he'll like scroll, and he makes you focus on him. And what it does is that over time, like if you start getting closer, your character will get closer and closer until somebody smacks you. And what I think would be cool would be that if we showed the chat on that, but it would still be very hard to see unless we decide to pull him in closer. So let's see, CRT player blend, and he's right here. He's the phone. Yay! Here's the swarmer. Hide the swarmer, and that's supposed to be hidden too. Look at that. Oh, I thought it was about to crash. Put this guy in here. Cool. So this is the character that I'm talking about. So he has he's gonna it looks like a booty cheek. He's got that ass. I mean that booty. I mean I was trying to say that booty. I said anyways. So it's supposed to be a brain, not a butt. And so I think having his hand, having him be like kind of like a Discord on your phone, bro. Yeah. Having the phone be like kind of like how Discord, you have Discord on your phone where you can see, like if I showed yeah, where if like I showed like this, it would allow us to put images and GIFs and stuff like that. Make it into a phone stand. Yeah, I mean he's already standing there and he'll like have like an idle animation. And so if I wanted to bring him closer, I could like press something on my side of the UI, and then he'll like come closer for us to look at chat together. So he would be like a useful character. So let's bring him into the actual. Is this the whole thing? Yeah. So let's bring him into that for now. Make a 3D print. No, like that's actually pretty useful. You know what? Let me write that down because I'm gonna forget that. Chat, text. Make Brain Rot phone stand 3D print. So that way for people to like actually use them, I'll even release the thing. You have great ideas. You do have great ideas. That is a great idea. So now let's take this Brain Rot, and actually let me figure something out first. Let's take this and let me see his UVs. They look fine. Actually, I already fixed this up before. We have merged before an actual game. Yeah. I thought about it too. Like I want to do the plushie, like the CRT TV plushie of the creatures. So like this guy right here, I want there to be like a. Which, by the way, can I do an animation instead? I think because I'm gonna make that a blueprint, but let's see if I can find the animation. That way, there's a little bit of movement in here. Idle, CRT, idle animation. I think it's this guy. Can I do that? Yeah. And so if I hit simulate at all, he should move. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's not what. Yeah. It happened. Let's see. Does he move? Yay, he's moving. I'm also going to have to tone down his animations for sure. But let me take this and copy his transforms and put that in here. Yay. Which one am I deleting? Which one's this one? No, that's the idle animation. Is this the idle animation now? No, that's not the idle animation. Sir. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to delete him and move him back. Yep, delete this one. And then move this guy a little bit forward and a little bit this way. And then, like I said before, I'm going to actually pivot this guy and I'm going to aim him upwards like that. Yes, perfect. And so now in this view, we can see that we have like the actual, we might not actually, so what I want to do is I want to have this. If you're looking at the screen and we're playing together, if I talk, it'll do this. It'll move over to the right. Oh wait, you can't even see that because of my thing. Let me move to the left. There you go. Yeah. So if I am right here and I turn this way, you can see me talking, but I don't think it's like super important. Let me move him closer. I think it would be better to have him a lot closer. Get closer, get closer. Okay, so now if you rotate, you'll see a little bit of me, but now I want to move him a little bit closer too. Not too much to where we're here. I'm gonna look this way. And so now if we have, oh wait, yeah, you already said that. I was just reading the thing again just in case somebody had said something, but yeah, anyway, so here I move from left to right and you can see my eyes and I want me to turn this way and say something, and then once I'm done talking, if it stops detecting that I'm saying anything, this camera will turn this back this way and focus on the game again. So based on that, it would be good to have let's see, basic. I'm just gonna import the little brain rot dude. Close that off. And then I should have two materials for this. The material for that. Wait, is this a first or third person perspective game? So the experience is a first person. The game is a first person game too. So you'll see things. I'm showing the little camera right here of what you're gonna look at, but essentially you're gonna be like this. And so it's gonna be funny because Twitch chat is gonna be this thing, this other character, and I'm gonna be talking as if I'm that character over there. So it's gonna be like a little bit of attenuation. So it's a first person experience where you get to watch me play games over here while you're looking at the screen. So that's, yeah, so it's pretty much, to answer the question, yeah, it's a first person game. Let's wait. I was checking if I had like multiple materials on this. Yeah, so I don't have multiple materials. So let's give the glass. Please don't break. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Don't crash. Oh, thank God. Sure. Let's give this the glass. Assign that, and let's give it another material, which is going to be the main body. So that one will just be material. And that will be this one, and assign. Nope, assign. Yeah. And so this one will be just material because I want them to be the same material, and we'll texture that later on. Not right now, because I don't want to spend too much time right now. And then I'm going to export this guy. First of all, I'm going to apply the transforms and then export him so that way we can actually have him in the project. CRT assets, brain rot. There you go. And then in here, it's funny because his model's not even in the actual game. He's in here, but he's not in the actual CRT game, or rather Channel Breachers game. So here, art, models. Yeah, I don't have brain rot in here yet. And so brain rot, I'm going to put him in here. And then I know for sure that because I just started this project, I have this thing to disable like this. Unreal is so perky. It has like a bunch of, like a lot of features that are new, that are good, but it also has features that are janky. And so one of them is this one. It's the import dialogue. So whenever let me open up this thing right here, CRT assets, where are you, brain rot? It'll show me this thing. And I hate this thing because all the settings are like, it's a static mesh. It's not a skeletal mesh. It's not an animation. It's not a material. It's a static mesh. And for some reason, it didn't just go automatically to static mesh. And it has like all these settings that are turned on without it needing to be turned on. And so I want the old one back. So I found this command, this console command that allows me to bring it back to the old one. And this one knows that it's a static mesh, which is a little nuts that it doesn't, that they changed that whole thing. Oh no, he's in pieces. Oh, he's in pieces. Little boy be in pieces. Okay, let's just put him here. Sir, come on, let me drag out. Is that him? Why does he look like that? Okay. Oh, it's just the Unreal being sussy and weird. Okay, so chat can be like right here is what I'm saying, and then whenever, let me give him like a bunch, like an actual roll tangent. Let me just give him like a plastic, rather like a whitish material, because right now it's hard to see. You know what? I'm just gonna give him this one. Whoa, okay, that's not supposed to glow like that. Yeah, okay, so let me give him this one right here. Blend. Sure, let's give him this one. That's dark. That's really dark. Let's try again. This one, and then where are you? This one. Let's give him clear coat opaque. Yeah, let's give him that one. And for this one, we'll actually do like a monitor panel. I know I have like the copy of the CRT one, so we'll use a copy of that. And I actually have to make, yay! So I actually have to make a copy of this one and move that over to BrainRot. So M chat screen or panel. And so this one is going to be me taking a picture of chat for now. Let's see, put that inside of here, chat panel. Sure, we'll leave it like that. I think, yeah, so if I hit play, authorized, and authorize this, sir, go away. So now this, oh wait, no, whoops, actually it's going to be full screen, so, okay, I don't need this to work right now. So this is what it's going to look like. So the chat messages are going to show up in the middle one. Yeah, in the middle one, and you'll kind of lightly see them. But you won't see them. You won't see them all the time. Oh, it's lagging. Thank you, Unreal. Yeah, you won't see them all the time, or it's gonna be hard to see them, but we can then like have that character move over towards me. And so that is the useful part. Because now that it's a character, they can move up to me. Up to you. They'll move up to you, closer to you. So yeah. Now I can do it. Now I can actually set up the widget for that. And so for now, I think I have to go back and figure out how I did the, what is it called? The actual, where are you? The way I have the actual game right now, let me show you what it looks like, is let me open up Plastic. So Plastic is the thing that I use for version control. So I'm gonna go here, Plastic, and then inside of Plastic, I'll open up the actual project. And so in here, come on, please don't crash, 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 please don't. I'll give you anything, not my soul. And here it be. There it is. Okay, so I have to set it up to where, okay, yeah, I have to delete that. So I have to set it up to where I can press, so like right now, oh wow, that's actually, why is it working here of all times? Like right now, last stream, this was not working. And so this stream it is, which is weird. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna stop talking. Oh, it's listening to the music. I think it's listening to the music. Oh, there you go. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think I don't know what. I don't know what it's listening to. He already sold your soul. Yeah, yeah, I did. This is the yeah. Selling my soul actually got me some more time to work on stuff. But yeah, so like right now, so if I press two, not two, one, if I press one and I show this screen, this is kind of the same feature we want. We want to be able to show a user interface um inside of here. And so that's the same thing that I would have to do inside of the experience version of the game, where now it's where are you? It's a blueprints. Or wait, what? What? Okay, here, logic. Player character inside of CRT player. And so in here, I would actually have to, where are you? I would have to find where I set it up. That's a lot of nodes. It's a lot of nodes. I know that I have it in, where are you? Here. So right here, I set up the player HUD, and inside of the player HUD, I think that's where I did the actual programming to yeah, here it is. So not the render target, but I did. Oh, what? That's disconnected. Create dynamic material instance, the panel, and then inside of here, I actually set the texture right there. Yes, right there. So that means that inside of my other project, this guy actually has to be chat, like a chat blueprint. And so here, I'm going to actually copy him. I'm going to copy him, copy his little tootsies, and put his body inside of chat, BP chat widget. But that's a widget. So I'm going to actually have to, where are you? I'm going to have to make an actual, am I in the right project? I think I am in the right project. Yes, I am in the right project. I am losing my mind. Okay, so yeah, logic and not widgets. I know that I have to make like actors. I'm just gonna say actors. Anything can be an actor, but BP actor, BP brain rot, and you know what? I'm just gonna call him brain rot, and then inside of here we'll actually put the little. I thought I'm just gonna delete these and add them in completely because it's gonna be. I was trying to copy him, but I guess it didn't work. Let me just choose this guy right here and find his body. Yep, there's his little pieces, and move that over. Can I? Hey, there you go. There you are, brain rot. And so this is gonna be powered by that chat widget. So I can delete this one. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to actually copy the location for that and then drag out the actual widget, not the actual widget, the actual actor that's going to be brain rot. So there you go. And delete this guy because I already have his transforms. And in here, I'll actually set his. No, I thought I saved it. Whatever. I thought I saved it. I swear to God, I saved it. Okay. There. Close enough. So now, let's see if I can see him. I'm going to turn him a little bit this way. And then inside of here, inside of him, I will do the actual, see, I think this one, chat panel. Yeah. So that's the chat panel. And now I can actually do the thing. So save the material. I'm going to, on event begin play or on construct, I'm going to take the player head and I'm going to create dynamic material instance. Okay, and that's chat panel. And then inside here, I'll promote the variable. And so this one is the actual material that we need to actually push stuff to. So chat panel material. Panel mat. I could have named it like something a little bit more easier to understand. I'm gonna like later on for me for future Marco, because I know future Marco is gonna hate me that I didn't do it right, or rather not that I did didn't do it right, but I wasn't being clean with it. And so now I can actually set the instance. I'm glad I don't need to do multiplayer stuff for this, because that would have sucked so much, like doing a multiplayer setup for this, because that whole system, doing it in multiplayer is just awful. Let's come on, snap. So player HUD actor, it doesn't have to be like this. I've already created it. Yep. And inside here, set render texture target. Oh, that's something else. Oh, here it is. Screen MID, set render widget, and then that goes into, it's this, I think. Cool. So where are you? Okay, now I can go back, and inside here I can press paste. No. Okay. And then I need to set render parameter values, this one, and that's the same thing. And so now I need to add the actual widget text, widget, and here. And so that will be chat widget. And so chat. Where are you? What's this? Wait. Sir, I'm lost. Oh, I forgot that they moved that down. Chat message, chat widget. Yeah. Okay, so cool. So let me bring this back over here, because I need to find out player HUD actor. Where's the widget? This one right here. I did the same thing over here where I spawn like a giant widget, but that is going to get sent to the material. And so I need the settings for this user interface, and I hope it works. Just yay, it actually did work. But that wasn't like that before. 512 by 512. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to move this guy. Where are you? Oh, look, there it is. I'm going to move him all the way down because we don't need to see him. But I think it would be good to do a chat widget. I don't know what size he is. Like, his face is not 512 by 512. So I'm trying to figure out what I could set up as his like facial size, his resolution. And it's also not vertical, but yeah, it's a weird thing. So like the height would be 900, or let me do this as desired because it's a little confusing. So I want for sure the width to be 900 because that's right now that's our longest message, and the height would be, yeah, it would be like, okay, I don't know. He looks like it's like 900 would be the width, and then the top would be like 900 plus almost double. So I think that would be the actual height. So yeah, so 1800. So let's just go with double for now. We can always change that. And let's give it a background. Let's wrap that with a border. Yep. Oh, that's bright. It's very bright. Brush color. And let's go with black for now. Like this, just to make it look like because right now if it's black on black, it'll be a little confusing. And so this will show up black. And so what we want to do now is get this and send it to the actual thing, to the material. Just for now, let's see. So on event begin play, I do want to do that. Maybe on construct. Yes, let's do that. Grab that and then take that into construct and set that panel mat and get this widget right here. I don't think it's gonna work. It did. Yes. Okay. So it worked. I was worried that I was gonna miss a step or something like that. But it works. So I'm really happy that it was just like, whenever like somebody like programs a bunch of stuff and they're like, oh, like they hit like play and it like breaks or something like that. That always sucks. So this tells me that we have to change it. So let's push this over here. sir, sir. Come on. Okay, whatever. I'll just do this. There you go. So now I have to figure out the actual size of this thing, and it does not look like it's can I do this? Because it's a desired one, and right now, if I copied over this one, and can I hit compile? So it shows up. Yeah, I missed the old rhythm game. 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 So I'm trying to think if there's like a padding issue on the left of it, and that is why it's showing up like that. Or maybe the texture is too big. So I'm trying to think how I can padding. Let's try 50, 100, and then kick compile. Wait, what? 500? I should have moved it to the left. It's not working. Let's try making the text smaller. Oh, okay. You know what I think it is? I think it's the fact that I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. The actual component itself is not the correct size for this. So I'm gonna. Where are you? Border. Let's get rid of this padding. We don't need that. Size box. We don't need this. And chat box, which is the vertical thing. We're fine with that. So now, let's try and actually I'll get over to that thing in a bit, but I want to see if I can make this fit. So, okay, it's not that. So it should be the actual thing. Brain rot, come here. Where are you? Where you be? It might be this. Character, yeah, BP widget, draw size. Oh, it is that. It is that. So let's make it 800, I think. No, it was 900 by 1,800. 900 by 1,800. Yeah, and I think that might look different. Yeah, it does. It did. Look at that. Why is it so small? Why is it so teeny tiny? I think it's because I did the thing. Oh, look, it even has that pixel thing already. But that is going to be hard for us to see. So, I wonder if we can increase the text size. Yeah, increase the message size to double and see if and then have it wrap. So this should wrap auto wrap text and then have it nope. Whoop. At least like double that. Nope, not that. Hit compile. Nope, not that. Oh, it always messes up. Okay, getting close. Compile. Close. Maybe you know what? I'm so silly. I should have just put 900. I mean, that's probably what it is. And then now, what happened? It's gone. Oh, maybe the size box actually has to be like the height has to be double. And so let's double that too. Yeah, and then go back. It gone. It's gone. Maybe it's too big. Let's go back to 32. No, it's just gone. I wonder why. It shouldn't be gone. It was working before. I think it might be the auto wrap stuff. Test widget, brain rot, chat widget. It's right here. Let's try and see if we can with overwrite. Let's try and go back. That's probably what's going on. Please. Yep, that's what it was. So it's showing now. It looks weird. It's like stretched like this. Like oddly like this. Huh. Hmm. I'm sure I could figure that out. Let's figure that out. So okay, so at least we have it now. So one thing I can do is test what it looks like from this point of view. What is that? Why is there a giant circle? Is it me? It's me. So it looks tiny, but I am thinking because right now the size it is right now is that it looks the size of like if you were looking at looking at Twitch on a browser. But if somebody were to make that bigger, then they can. It might have to be like one message or two at a time. So I'm gonna have to test that. Or you chat widget, chat message, and see. Oh man, I hope not, because that would suck. Yeah, let's do that, and it's gone again. That's gone. Ooh, that does not look right. It's because of the size box. Height override 500. Yeah, and then if I do this, I don't know, sir, what are you doing? It's showing up here correctly, but on the character it's not. Oh, but it is. Wait, what? It is. Oh, okay, now it is. So yeah, so we see it now. That looks way too tiny. Let me see if it looks, if I can see behind here. Set near clip, 0.01 and enter and see if we can see it. Nope. It might actually be the actual. Yeah, I might actually have to have like a what is it called? Like a padding 50, 100, and see if that shows up. That is not doing anything on here. 0, and then let's try doing it on the actual this thing. Padding left 200. Please work, please work. Oh, there it is. Yay! Okay, so if the padding is 200 for that, let me see how much how that looks on the actual chat thing. Authorized. Oh, I'm gonna have to move my thing again. Yeah, I don't know. It's really big. It looks visible, like it looks visible to anybody that's watching on Twitch, but it looks obnoxious. And it looks right. Hum hum hum. I mean, it's a step forward. It's a step forward, and it looks good. I mean, it kind of it kind of looks good. Let's try and make that thing, the text, this thing smaller. So this thing would be at the top, just like that, and then 64. Don't. I'm trying to set it up to where it's not like this thing doesn't. I wonder why it's doing that. Why it's like it's distorting. And I don't want it to fill. I think it might be the text. No. No, it's not. Okay, so horizontal box, let's keep it like that. The size box, it might be that, but I might actually want the font to be a lot smaller than that. So let's go with 90. And yep. And then let's go with the size box being height override. Oh, yeah, that's the problem. The problem with this is that I'm just gonna do this. If I set a height and if it's longer, then it might actually like not work right. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Sir, sir, fix yourself. Come on, there you go. I have to compile it. Yeah, that looks better. It's a little stretched, but that looks better. The icon looks kind of freaky. And let's see. I don't like the padding stuff, but I have to have that in there. This is fine. I want to keep it this way. I don't need to scroll. We don't need to scroll. Oh man, I almost forgot. So yeah. So when it came to like the Game Awards stuff, yeah, I'm really excited about the. I'm not really excited about Audio Mac, to be honest. It's not my type of game. So it's because it's more of a platformer. It's like a platformer rhythm game, and to me, that's like I like enjoying the music, and the part that I like about the music is that I get to feel like as I'm part of that, I'm part of that movement. But if I'm having things move or rather not move at the same time, but like happen around me, and that's like the rhythm part. And let me send that to the back. Send it back. And that's the part that's like, how would I say it? If if the music was something I didn't have to like, if that's the only thing that I paid attention to, then that's completely fine with me. But because not only am I fighting, not only am I trying to, it was the thing that they said was that the music was going to control, or rather, the music is your enemy, the music is your friend, the music is your weapons. And so the music was everything. And I didn't like that because if you're trying to focus, or rather, you're trying to move around and the music is doing everything, where's the balance? If the music was your weapons, where are you getting sound for your game? I don't know yet. I have this guy who so Craig, our animator, is the one who's doing audio for us. He's doing like sound effects, but we haven't touched that yet. And I think we should soon to get an idea on what the game's gonna sound like. But yeah, I didn't like the audio mech thing because it didn't feel like. I wish it was just if they would have said, yeah, I wish or rather the music just controls your weapon, and depending on the like the beat, you can change your weapon, because they said something along the lines of um your when they said your weapons are your music, they showed the player changing through different types of that music, so like the bass, the treble, and other things that are part of that sound, or rather that music. And that was cool if it was just for your weapons, because then your weapons could be that specific part of your sound, or rather of your music. Now they made the whole thing be like the enemies were also your music, which it was kind of hard to ingest, like look at it and time it correctly, like what part of the enemies were shooting, and your music. I don't know. I didn't feel right about it. The people or the game who did it right that I really liked was Hi-Fi Rush, and they didn't do everything. As in, everything was not your music, or rather, everything wasn't moving to the music. It was like objects that had nothing to do with the enemies at one point, but sometimes enemies did do things on beat, and but your weapons didn't, like only your attacks, but that's if you timed it. And so that to me was really well done. But Audio Mech to me wasn't. It was too much. It was like the not the the little boy in me who gets overly stimulated really fast is just losing his mind. But the next one that I thought was really cool was Bradley the Badger, and so that one was really fun because it felt like you were not just experiencing the game, but you were changing the game as a developer because you were able to spawn a node system, like not a node system, but like a little UI that let you change the what is it called, what was going on at that time. And so that one was really cool. See, Bradley the Badger, Bradley the Badger. Yeah, so that one was really nuts. And it had like a really cool moment. Where are you? Yeah, this exact thing. So you can see right here that, I hope they only show, oh no, it's a video and I can't really, like, I don't want to play audio, that could get me in trouble. But in here, I can actually open the image in new tab. Yeah, they did this thing, which is really cool. It's like nodes out and, huh. Yeah, that's interesting. They have an out, I guess the out would be right here, but they didn't want to do it over here. But yeah, it's like they let you do things kind of like Blender or Unreal Engine nodes, and I thought that was really cool. So I feel like I am gonna play this one. It reminds me of Conker's Bad Fur Day, and Conker's Bad Fur Day is something I really liked when I was a kid, even though I shouldn't have been playing it. But I'm really excited about this one for sure, especially with like the different themes that we're going for with like the Badger Born and I forgot what the other games were, but they had some kind of Badger name in it. But yeah, I think that one was cool, and so I'll play that one for sure. Okay, Unreal being saucy again. You know what? I'll fix the look later. I know that if, let me see. Actually, I'm gonna change the messages just to test. So I'm gonna open this up. Not that one, but I know for sure. Chat to text, or rather message text, and then that one is the one of the ones that I'll change on runtime. So let me grab that, and how am I going to do it? So I know event pre-construct is right there. Let's set to text just for us to test it. Yep. And then in here, we'll promote this variable, and then this variable will be, instance editable and expose on spawn. And so now I should be able to, where are you, chat widget? It's empty, and then in here I can go blah, and then that one, that's what that does. And that's what that does. And hello, welcome chat. Hey chat, how you doing, chat? That's pretty much what that one is. Day one on waiting for Hollow Knight 3. I still need to beat Hollow Knight Silksong. So Hollow. Oh, it's doing it again. Hollow. You know what? I'm just gonna copy what you said. Day one of waiting for Hollow Knight. I have to get that right because I don't want to get in trouble. And bam. Oh. Is it the rapping? What the? Oh, okay. So I have to hit compile on this one and hit compile on the brain rot thing because it's on construction. What else do I have to hit compile on? Huh. Sir. I wonder what's going on. Chat widget. This is fine. Is it this? Is it because there's like an empty amount of like, are they at the top? Let me just delete this one. Delete this one and delete this one. And then I'm just going to copy these over and over again. And then do that. And then do that one more time. Yep. And then odd that they're not showing up like that. Oh, I think I know why. Yeah, I know why. It's because on the chat message, all I'm doing is doing it on event pre-construct, but I'm not storing it. Yeah, so let's see. On test widget. Wait, that should still work. I don't know why it's not working. It's showing the other text, but it's not showing like the actual messages for it, which is kind of odd. I keep hitting you. I mean, I hit you last stream, not this stream, but I'm sorry if I hit you again. So brain rot, yes, but no. Where are you? And I'm compiling here, so why are you not showing up on that? Oh, that is so weird. Do you show up down here? That's odd. Chat widget. Okay. Why are you not updating? That is odd. It's never done this to me. Like it's always worked where it's like if I set up the chat message and I set it up here, maybe you know what? Let's do this. I see something there. But it's the same messages. It's weird. It's not actually updating the actual message. Huh. Yeah, whatever. I'll fix that. For right now, I need to actually set up the actual thing. So I'm just gonna disconnect that and connect and just hit apply. And then on here it should be back. Sir, let's go back. And odd that there's so many of them. So one, I have to actually check how many messages we want to show on here and not have like a bunch of them. So this is what we want. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I need to do a padding at the top. So like 200, please. Nope, 100. 100, go back, go back, go back. Okay. Nope, 80. 80. Nope, 50. 50. Yes, so 50. So 50 is the thing that I want to do. Okay. And it looks like it's perfect, like almost. You know what? Not 50. Let's go with 60 because it looks like it's evened out there. So like this almost the same. I guess not 70. And it should be, yeah, it looks good enough. So 70 is good. 70 at the top, 200 on the left side. And this part right here is the part that's brokey. So this part for sure, we'd have to wrap it at, let's see, wrap that at, dang, we're gonna have to actually make that smaller. That sucks. Where are you? Where are you? Text message, message, wrap. Where are you? Oh, there you are. So 800, maybe 800, and then hit compile. Nope, 500. Oh God, that looks so bad. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. So yeah. Oh man, let's just hit play and see what that looks like. Because I think I might actually have to make the text smaller again and then move you out of the way. Yeah, the text actually has to be maybe a little bit smaller. I like the size of this text, but it's not looking too hot. I might actually have to have like, right now it's 3 pieces of big text. And I don't know how to feel about that because I do want chat to be able to see more than 3 messages, but at the same time it's they're fighting. It's like I'm fighting multiple like limits. I think maybe just having it like that and seeing if people like it. Again, I can always not show that, so I can have like Subway Surfer on the character instead for people to actually watch, and I think that would be funny. Um, and so meme wise, virality, I think I care more about that. But I do. There are people who would want to see chat. If I change it to where it's like an app that the brain rot chooses, then yeah, then I can do that. Man, yeah, this is tough. You know, the one game that I did see yesterday that I really like is Tank Rat, and that one's really cool. It's essentially like a robot that goes. It's pretty much kind of what the Swarmer does, which is the little creature that we have here. Oh, actually, there's an update for this. I almost forgot about it. We have an update for the game that's that one of the other programmers did. That's cool. Let's see it. Yeah, so we have the same thing. So a swarmer allows you, well, jumps on your head. It will like land on your head and it will control you and move you towards the nearest danger. Tank Rat does a very similar thing, but instead you're the swarmer thing where it'll like land, you'll get on top of other robots and you'll control them, which I thought was really neat. And it's not just like, I was talking to Daniel, one of my friends, Daniel, he said, we were talking about how it's the idea that you're not just going into something. It was Daniel. You're not just controlling something else and then moving back constantly. That robot mech thing is your actual life. Like you actually survive that way. If you don't go into something and take over, then I mean, it looks like you could die. So, but let's test the swarmer. Where are you? He set it up. So if I press I, what happens? I mean, that's an item, but where are you? Where are the swarmers? Did he get rid of them? Let me did he get rid of them? Go into the freezer. I think he might have gotten rid of them. Let's see. Swarmer. Outline swarm. It's in here. Up there. So what would happen? Would he just fall? He's a sir. Sir. Huh, he's not doing anything. He used to do something. Let's see. I'm wondering if he. I like this little thing, by the way. It's like constantly staring at my cursor. Let's see. Swarmer, Swarmer, why won't you do anything? Use animation blueprint. Open this. I mean, he has the control rig set up, but I'm wondering why it's not doing anything anymore. It was working last stream. Event begin play, Swarmer. He's doing the thing. So if I hit compile, yeah, he's moving right here. So I'm wondering, construction event. Huh. No, it's not moving anymore. Well, you were supposed to be able to, you were able to move before, but I'm not sure if he can move here. I mean, he was able to move before, but do we have like a navigation thing? What is this? Chameleon. And this is Nav Mesh Bounds Volume 2. Sounds like one of those, what is it called? One of those, what is that music thing? Is Kids Bop? Yeah, Kids Bop. Kids Bop, Volume something. They always have like Volume 1. Kids Bop, Volume 1. Kids Bop, 50. Oh my god. They're at 51, 52. Oh, wow. They're like, what are they at? They're like 52. Oh my god. Yeah, this came out when I was like I was a kid since 2001. That is nuts. Man, I'm getting so It's so old. Okay, let's try and see if we can figure this out because I really want. I really want to show him off. He did a lot of work for this. Oh, he disappeared. Sir, can you? Oh, I wonder if it's because I wonder if it's because he's at the bottom. Yeah, and his nav is like you have to be at the top, or you have to be at the. Yeah, there you go. Look at Look at that little guy running around. Okay, so what is he supposed to do? Can I spawn a bunch of them now? I know that where are you? I keep doing that. I keep making that sound with my mouth. I need to stop. Player. Whoops, I'm in the wrong one. Logic, player character, and CRT player. Let's go with that, and then let's oh wait, it's not. It's this one. It's event begin graph, or event graph, and then let's connect that, and then hit play. All right. Okay. So can I? What are they supposed to do? He told me that they were supposed to in the change log. He said, work on finding best floor to seating location. Oh, that means he's not done. Custom EQS test for finding closest point to certain item. To certain item. They're just hanging out with each other though. Sir, you are you in a click? Look, can I spawn a bunch of them? Oh, what the? They're just moving towards this one spot when they weren't doing that before. Okay, what if I spawn them over here? Because it looks like they know how to path find this way. Oh, they do. That's so cool. They're like little ants. But why did they get stuck here? Let me try let me try actually going to this thing. And see where they go here. I'm gonna follow one of them. Okay, he just stood there. He just stood there. So he's not looking for anything yet. Oh, they're actually moving. They weren't moving like that before. So I'm wondering if he's doing something to like some kind of logic that's causing them to do that. That's interesting. That's really cool. I'm really excited for what he does next with it. But yeah. Now it's I'm gonna take a quick break from working, but I'm gonna pull up Kiki because she's somewhere here. Let's I can't get her. I can't get her. She's too Kiki. Come on. I think I'm gonna have to tell her it's time for bed because if I tell her it's time for bed, then she'll come out. Kiki, she's not gonna come out. She'll come out when she comes out. But yeah, so yeah, the Game Awards is really cool. It was really fun. I did enjoy it. My favorite game so far, looking at the list, I think for sure, I mean, Mega Man was at the very top of the list. What else? I did like Gang of Dragon. I haven't played any of the Yakuza games, but I do want to play them. And Gang of Dragon looks really cool. They have the actor from what's his name? John was it John Dong Suk, I think. No, my Dong Suk. Yeah, my Dong Suk. I am butchering his name. But yeah, I want to play that one. I know for sure that I want to play First Light, 007 First Light. Now I'm super excited about that one. What else? The Crap, it looks really cool. That one's very similar to Skyrim. Mm. Well, Pragmatum is for sure one of the best ones. That I know for sure that I'll play because it reminds me of like a Mega Man game. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think what else I would want to play. I know Diablo 4, I want to play the actual, what is it called? Oh, there she is. I have to grab her. Ah, there's my baby. There's my little baby. Oh, look at her. Hi, baby. Hey, you want to say hi? Want to say hi? So this one, this is my baby. Her name is Kiki. Look at her. Look at that baby. Yeah. She's so cute. Oh, they said hi, Kiki. They said hi. Okay, now we're gonna put her in her onesie, her Nintendo onesie. It's not really a Nintendo onesie, but let's see if she does not like this onesie. Yeah, she's super pretty. Okay, Kiki, you're gonna have to stand up a little bit because it's very hard for me to put you in your onesie when you're she's a growling. She's growling. She's so mad. She doesn't like her onesie, but I love her onesie. Okay, she's got one arm in there. Okay, Kiki, you don't have to be so mean. Okay, it's just a onesie. Let me. Okay, okay. She's being very tough. It's this part. Okay, I can't. I think her claw got stuck on it. No, no, it didn't. There it is. Oh, hello, fat baby. No, it's not animal. It's not. She's so cute. Look at her. It's a baby. I love her so much. She's so cute. It's my baby. Oh, Pop. Hi, baby. Why are you? No, no, no. Why are you mad, huh? You mad because you're in the onesie? Yeah, you're mad because you're in the onesie. Yeah, you are. She's mad. She's so upset. She stops moving and she stops like crawling or doing anything. So she kind of like accepts what life is doing to her at this moment, but she'll just stay like this. Like if I move this right here, yeah, she'll just stay like this, and I can just like I can like coddle her and love her, and she's nice. She's nice to me, and she won't. Thank you, Des Phoenix. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You get to see more of Kiki later on whenever I go on stream. She's a little baby, right? Is it my baby? Yeah. She's mad. You can tell. Look at her tail. She's mad. she she does not like being carried. She does not like her onesie. Her onesie is like the thing that just kills her inside. Hey, are you mad? Here, I'll let you guys see her again. Here, hey, don't be mad. They're just trying to say hi. Here. Like a baby. Look at her. She's so cute. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. I'm gonna let her go because she's Kiki. I'm taking a break, Kiki, and I just wanted to hug you. She's a little bit. Oh, you're not licensed. You're not licensed by Nintendo anymore. What happened? She's holding for dear life. Look at that. Oh, look at that baby. She's so chunky. She's so chunky. I need to like help her lose weight. Um, I need to. I'm trying to figure out how to like get her to lose weight because she's uh she's not doing so hot. Like she's got like a little bit of pudge. So I need to work on that. I want to get her like I want to get her you get more people want to on yeah, she's carrying the stream for sure. She's 100% carrying the stream. She's also look at her. The queen is more yeah. Yeah, it's because of her. Thank you, Kiki. I'm gonna put her right here. She just so she can oh she walked off. Kiki. Okay. Hey, fix your onesie. Hey. No, no, you're gonna drop the iPad. Okay, there you go. Oh, she's growling. She's mad. She's mad. Look, I don't know how. Yeah, she's okay. Okay, I'm gonna put her over here. There you go. She's at the Christmas light now. Okay. Okay. There you go. So she's chilled up. Okay. Then I got my puppy Hero. He's crying right now. He probably wants to go out, so I'm gonna have to take him. I have to take a super quick break and let him out. So I will be back, and I will be back to continue development. But he's crying even harder now. It's so loud. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Hero got jealous. My dog got jealous of Kiki, and so he started howling. And he's doing it now. He's howling, but it's okay. Oh, okay, where was I? Uh, yeah, the queen is more popular. Yeah, yeah. She left though. She walked away. She said, "I'm not gonna have any of this crap," and she just walked away. So I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna be using you for cloud." It was nice though. It was nice for people to see. For people to see what was going on with her. She's on the desk, but she's over on the other side, so I can't really grab her or take it off. Kiki, you want out? Kiki, do you want out of the outie? Out of the onesie? Come here. I can't grab her. No, she's mad. She's just mad. She's done. she she said that was a little much. I said okay. I can't be doing that to her. But yeah. Um, give me. So yeah. What was I saying before? Before the whole catastrophe thing happened. Um, so what was I talking about? Besides the Queen Kiki thing, I need to. You know what? What I do need to do is I have this camera. This one right here. I have this camera right here, and what I want to do is I want to set it up um for like a little Kiki cam whenever she's laying down here, but I was trying to get it set up, but it's not exactly working. So I'll do that later. Um, I'll figure that out later because what I wanted to do was I wanted to have a fostering, like a kitten foster little thing, because I wanted to show off like the little fosters that I would have inside of the room with me. But right now it's just Kiki that I have. So the camera itself it's not that it's not working. It did work once before, but I'm trying to figure out what's going on as to why it's not working again. But I'll figure it out. I'm not too rushed to try and get like followers and stuff like that. So I'm just excited about being on stream and being able to show off the stuff that I'm working on. And later on, I'm going to be excited about playing games and stuff like that. But going back to the whole Game Awards thing, yeah, I'm really excited about what they showed off. I think one of the things that I was hopeful for, and not necessarily that I was hopeful for, I just think it would have been super funny if it really happened, is that Half-Life 3, if it got actually announced, would have been the funniest thing ever. Because if they show Half-Life 3 and like if they show the trailer for it and people's like people are saying, wow, they're going to show Half-Life 3. If they were actually right, that would be, the end of the joke. Kind of like how Hollow Knight Silksong was announced, and people were waiting for it, and they announced it again and again and again and again and again, and people waited for it for like, geez, how long was Hollow Knight Silksong revealed? When was Silksong first revealed? It was, oh my God, 2019. That's almost that's 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, I wish it was like that. Where I was not that I wish it would have been funny if it was like that, because then the whole Half-Life 3 joke would have just died. Well, not really died. It would have turned into something else that's different. Like people would have been talking about Half-Life 3 as in, oh, it's already out now. It's now I know now people cannot make the joke that Half-Life, or rather, Valve can't count to three. So now that it was announced, or rather, now that it's not announced, that joke continues. But yeah, that would have been the coolest thing. That to me, I think that would have been cool for them to announce. But I'm excited. I'm just gonna go through the list very fast. So there's Audio Mac. That one's that platformer that I talked about. That's like music stuff like happening to you, and everything is controlled by music. There's Bradley the Badger, and that one's like if a character became or broke the fourth wall and was able to control more of their world than they, obviously than they should. There's Decrepit. That one's like Skyrim, very similar to Skyrim. It was very simple, and it was kind of nice that it was that simple. There's Escape from Duckov, and they added a new region, and that's pretty interesting. I tried playing Escape from Duckov, but to me, that one was it on Steam Deck. I don't have my Steam Deck here; it's over there. But I could not play that one on Steam Deck, and that sucks. And it was really hard to use. But if I were to play it on Mac or PC, preferably on Mac because that's what I have right now, yeah, I would have enjoyed it more. So good for them for having a new region. Guild Wars 2, Visions of Eternity. Guild Wars 2 has been going on for so dang long, and I don't really see the end, but it's kind of like Final Fantasy 14. It's very similar to that, and so that's really cool that they're still going strong. Then there's Pragmata, and that one I'm super excited about because it's very similar to Mega Man. It's by Capcom. There's Solasta 2. I've never played Solasta 1. I've never heard of Solasta 1. Um, Stupid Never Dies is another game that just got announced, and I'm trying to remember who it was from, but I know it was like a bunch of ex developers from Naughty Dog, and I think it was Naughty Dog, but the game is very similar to Chainsaw Lollipop, Lollipop Chainsaw Lollipop Chainsaw. Yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw. And so I thought it was super interesting seeing that one because it's like it feels like a return to exploration as a game medium or as games go because we hit this thing where at the beginning we were all exploring video games as in developing video games, and then it started like going down to like, oh, these are the types of games people want, and so let's just remake them or redo them over and over and over again. And that's why we got Battlefield 7 or Battlefield 6, Call of Duty 7, and we got like stuff over and over again. And then finally, because we're starting to like move from AAA to indie games are doing things that are just a lot more creative than AAA because AAA, man, it's very money, like they want money. So indies just want to explore, creating something new or trying something new. I mean, they also want money, but it's more about the exploration of the craft versus being a sellout. But Stupid Never Dies is like showing that and a bunch of other games that were here that got announced that were returning back to that as a very creative medium, and for that I'm excited. Seeing that on the big screen is really cool versus another cinematic experience. Tank Rat is really cool too. I already talked about that one a bit ago, where your little machine goes up. I hit the mic again. That's I should have like a hit mic counter. That's two. But yeah, that's Tank Rat. Yeah, that one's interesting. The Free Shepherd. That one's really cool because it's a border collie that runs around and collects sheep, but it's almost very similar to Breath of the Wild because they had like a bunch of cool like stone, not machines, but like stone artifacts floating, and you're like this border collie running around, and you're that dog. You got that dog in you, and you're running and exploring, and so I thought that was really cool. So far, it is one of the games that I thought was really interesting without revealing too much of what the game is. Um, there's 2XKO. I don't really play fighting games, but if I would play that one. Four Loop is from the creators of Left 4 Dead, which is why it's got the 4 on it, and I think that's a return to form for them. Return to 4 for them. Um, and so that one's, I think it's aliens invaded, the United States, and they're gonna go and kill aliens, and your body, when it gets destroyed or you get killed, you come back to life, and that's why it's called 4 Loop. They have the technology to revive you and bring your body back. 007 First Light, I'm definitely gonna play. I really like that the people who developed Hitman, which is the simulator on how to kill people, is the same people who are gonna create a game where you kill people, or rather you're a detective or spy. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves. Rings of no thief. Yeah, I like that one because you're going to be on a ship. You're on a naval ship, and you're flying the jets, which I think is really cool. But this time, you actually get to explore the ship that you're taking off from. And I lived that life, so I think it would be interesting to go back and try it out. Ace Anima. I did look at that one, and I was interested in that one, but it reminds me of Pal World, so I'm not sure about that one. Arknights Enfield. I think I do want to play that one. That one looks really cool because it's like a really cool cross between anime and, or rather, an anime cell shader and a like an actual PBR realistic material like shader world. So their anime characters and that realistic environment work really well together. So I'm excited about that one. Control Resonant looked really freaking cool. And the fact that I think my favorite moment was when the guy had the weapon, or rather this like slab of metal, and he pulled it up. And as he started walking forward, he had another one, and he let that one go, and it like just snapped into the other one. And I think for some reason that just clicked in my brain, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" And so I definitely want that one, and I need to play the Alan Wake series, and I need to play Control. So I definitely want to do that before that one comes out, so I can play it. Same thing with what is it called? Soros. I think there was Returnal, and Soros is a what is it called? It's like the successor to Returnal. So I'm excited about playing that one too. For sure, I want to get that one. I don't know about Coven of the Chicken Foot. That one is it's kind of like what is that? It's a very Hayao Miyazaki looking game where you're playing this old lady with chicken feet, and you're interacting. It's very Ico, and so it's a lot of it's a you have another character that you're in charge of or you're trying to work with that is AI. And so I think that one's really cool because it's like you're an old lady with chicken feet, and you have like a wooden machine thing that you kind of like help get around. I don't know how to feel about the story yet. I like the idea, the premise. It is nice to have a little bit more creative like games come out like that. His name. So there's this YouTuber called I think it was like Twitch something or Nintendo something. His name's Wood. I always remember him by his first name being Wood. He was talking about how like it might be like a thing called a grandma like, and so I started thinking about like my mom, and like having like an old lady as a player character would be cool because there's an old man who gets to be like a main character in this anime where he's like a machine, but he has to is Inuyuzaki or something like that. um, and so that's cool. Seeing somebody who's like of older, like who's an older person and be the main character is really nice. I mean, I'm Unk status right now, so I'm getting older. So it's always nice seeing a main character who's not just like an 18-year-old person or a kid that's like 16 and all his friends are like 15 and 14 and they save the world. So I think that's really cool. There's Diablo 4 Lord of Hatred. I think that one's neat because I like Diablo, but I have not played it enough to where I want to go back into it. Divinity is the one that was nuts because they put out a statue in the desert, and the whole internet was just losing their minds over it. Could it be like a new, like a what is it called? Morrowind, or what is it called? Elder Skyrim, like Skyrim, the people who created Skyrim. Could it be another Skyrim, or could it be like this? Yada 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 yada. They were all talking about like all these things that it could be, and it ended up just being Divinity, which is, I mean, Divinity Original Sin was the original game. So this is like a remake, or I think it might be like a new version of that, or yeah, I think it is. But a lot of people were disappointed, and I met like a lot of my friends were talking about how they were disappointed that it could have been like something better. Excuse me. There's Duet Night Abyss. I have again. That's just like Arknight Enfield. It looks interesting, but I'm not really gonna play it. There's Exodus. I think that one was like a cinematic game where it's like you're a dude wearing a spacesuit and you go and fight off stuff. But I didn't get to watch too much of it to really give like my full thoughts on that. The Forest 3. I can't play first person games. I'm making a first person game, and the Forest 3 came. I tried playing Sons of the Forest, and I felt like puking. But I know for sure people are gonna love that one. That one threw me off because you don't actually play in a Earth forest. You play on an alien forest, and it looks wicked crazy. So I think that one is going to be interesting. I didn't know. I thought it was going to be like another series, and I don't know how people were able to pick up that it was part of the same like series. Um, Gang of Dragon. I know for sure I was interested in that one because it's the same developers. It's not really the same company, but it's the same director who did all the other like what is it called, Dragon games, like the Yakuza games. Um, there's High Guard. That's another game that I don't know how to feel about it because it is another, people are starting to talk that it's another Concord, and it makes people worried that if they hear Concord, which is a game that just completely got obliterated in like a week, all the servers were shut down in less than 2 weeks, and like hearing a game be compared to that is not a good sign. um Invincible versus, it is akin to Mortal Kombat, and what is it called, I forgot what the the street, not Street Fighter. Um, but I'm excited to play it. I have seen Invincible season one and season two, and I'm really excited about this. Um, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. I love John Carpenter, but I want the thing. I want the thing to be a new game. And I was thinking about it like when it was announced. What I want it to be is I want it to be like Among Us, where you and seven other players, as many as it takes, like as many players as it takes to do a round, where all of you are together in this snow covered like science, what is it called, like like a lab, like a science lab in the north, and all eight of you are trying to figure out who the thing is. And as you're playing it, if you happen to be the thing, you get to infect the bodies of the people that were the other players. So Among Us, you kill them. But for this one, you would take over the bodies, or you would replace them, or have two people be part of the alien. I really love the movie. I did like a sound, like what is that called, like a resound, or I forgot what it's called when you replace all the sounds with your own. And later on, I'll show that, where I was in school and one of our assignments was to do that. And so I chose the scene where the thing revealed itself. I forgot what it's, the Arthur MacArthur McKenny I always forget his name. It's been years since I've watched it, but where it shows itself to him, like finally. And so I did like a whole redo of that, like sound wise, and I turned that in as my, this was in college. But I that's how much I liked the thing. I mean, I guess not enough to remember the names, but I am excited. If somebody were to create that, I'd be super damn down to play it. Lego Batman. All I remember is Lego Batman, the meme. But I would play that one for sure. I just think it looks a lot more cinematic than all the other Lego games, so I would definitely play that one. There's Lords of the Fallen 2. Apparently I didn't know this, but Lords of the Fallen 1 had a original development, like an original game called Lords of the Fallen that apparently was pretty bad, and they had to like remake Lords of the Fallen, and that one actually came out really good. So seeing Lords of the Fallen 2, I think I might actually play that one. It's a third person, so I can play that one. Normally I can't play first person games, so now that it's third person, or rather it was third person, or it is, I can finally play that one. So I might actually give that one a look. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, I do 100% want to play it. I just don't have the money to play it. So when I do, there's that one and Dispatch that I want to play. And I've been wanting to play Dispatch for so long. Uh, um, Even though I wasn't able to avoid a bunch of spoilers for it. So that's one of the things. If I can play Dispatch, I can knock that one out, and then maybe I play Cosmic Invasion for sure. There's Marvel Rivals. So they announced Deadpool for Marvel Rivals. I would play that game, but I have a Mac. I have a Mac Mini, and it doesn't play well on it. I can run Unreal, but I can't really play Marvel Rivals on it. And if I could, I would. I have a Steam Deck, but it's not like there's a difference between using a Steam Deck controller versus playing it with a mouse. So I would like to be able to play that one, but I can't. Uh, I lost my mind at Mega Man. I lost my mind at Mega Man. I was so goddamn happy when it was like the first thing I saw was like the actual code, like I think it's DLN Dr. Light number 001. And the moment I saw that, the moment I heard the music, I lost my mind. I don't know. I It's been so long since we've had a Mega Man game, and we've been getting all like the legacy like the legacy games, and I'm this to me spells it spells like a new, like they brought life back to Mega Man, and I'm excited about that because I've been wanting one for so bad, and I grew up with it. I grew up with Mega Man Legends. I grew up with Mega Man Star Force, Mega Man Battle Network, and I'm so goddamn nerdy for those games. So once I saw like DLN 001 and I heard the music, and then I saw the blue bomber, on the thing connected to it, and then I started seeing the gameplay. I almost felt like crying. Like I have not felt this way in a long time. I know the next time that I will feel like I'm gonna cry is when they announce Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages for the Nintendo Switch 2. And if it looks like the, what is it called, Link's Awakening, I'm gonna lose. I love those two games. I love Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom. I love all the Legend of Zelda games. If they announce Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages just like that, I would lose my absolute mind. I'd be so goddamn happy. Moving on, Metroid Prime 4. I need to play the actual remasters of 1, 2, and 3. I It's first person, but it's on the slower side, so I should be able to play that one. But I have no comments for that one. I know that I love the Metroid games, the side-scrolling ones, the 2D ones. Metroid Dread and Metroid Fusion were my two favorite ones because they're horror, and I like horror games. I like ghost games. I like Phasmophobia. I like games that put a lot of pressure on you. And Dread did the same thing. So when you fight like they're called the E something, the little, they run up to you and they kill you in one hit. Anyways, when I play that game, I get super excited. I mean, I feel actual dread. I know it's in the name, but I actually feel dread for playing that game. So I just want there to be a Nintendo Switch update to Metroid Dread. Because if they do that, then I hope that they can run it at 90 to 120 hertz, and I can finally play it like at 1080p, and it'll look so crisp. So I'm waiting for that. I have not played any of the Neo games to actually have some kind of thing to say about them, but they look interesting. No Law to me, I mean, sorry, the game No Law, I've moved on. The game No Law looks interesting, but it reminds me of like undercooked cyberpunk, if that is a thing that is said. It looks good, but it looks like it's missing a lot. And I feel like it might not actually release soon, and they might actually need to cook it a lot more. But to me, it looks like Cyberpunk when it first released, which was really bad. But it's still undercooked because it feels like they're trying to do Cyberpunk, but they're not really committing to it. So that's I mean, obviously because they don't want to be on the same steps as Cyberpunk 2 or Cyberpunk 2077. 2099, 2077, 2077. I'm thinking about Spider-Man 2099. Ontos, do I remember that one? It's by the same guy who did what was that it's the game. So he's doing a spiritual successor to Soma. It's called Soma. So Soma was really nuts. It's essentially the game that made me fear the idea of teleportation, where if you walk to a teleporter and you get teleported over to something else or to a different location, are you the same person? Or is it like a copy of you that resumes your thoughts at that one time before you got teleported. And so Ontos is a spiritual successor to that, but it might be like a different lesson altogether. So I'm excited about that one because it looked really effed up. It freaked me out just looking at the stuff that they showed on the during the trailer. Orbitals looks really cool. That's a two-player co-op game that looks very vintage, like VHS anime. And so the look of it is really cool because it's 3D. It's all 3D. It's split screen 3D, and it's sci-fi. And it reminds me of Gundam, but if it was 3D, the shading of the characters looks like that. It looks like a VHS game. It looks like an anime, like an old school anime, and I'm excited about that one. Um, Orbit of the Sinking Stars. I don't remember that one. So I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna make up something on the fly. Out of Worlds. I think that one is not. I think I can't remember if it was claymation, but I know that one was interesting. It's another co-op game where you're forced to play co-op. Very similar to It Takes Two and what's the other game? It Takes Two, and I know what's the other one by the same company. It Takes Two. If you guys know what the game I'm talking about is, let me know because I'm trying to remember. Split Fiction. Split Fiction. It's called Split Fiction. Yeah. So it's very similar to Takes Two and Split Fiction, but you're claymation and like I think you're like dolls, and then you actually you work together. But I remember distinctly seeing a thing where it said that you could affect gravity, but they didn't show that, so I'm not too sure what it is just yet. Then there's Phantom Blade Zero. And just like a lot of people that were talking about this on Twitter and YouTubers, there's so many like samurai ninja games that are coming out lately. But that one actually looked really cool and they were doing a very interesting thing. So that one might finally be what causes me to play one of them. So yeah, that one's interesting. Phasmophobia, I am 100% getting back to it. I wish there was a third person, like a mod for it, but I think that kills the whole idea behind it about it being like a ghost thing. I love ghosts. I love like the paranormal. So if I could withstand being playing a first person game again, I would 100% play it. It might even stream it. Like there might be later on when I have like the whole gaming setup for this, the thing that I'm working on, the chat Twitch integration thing, the Twitch thing. I might actually try and figure out how to play that here in a way where other people can watch me play it. Because I was thinking like if I could play a Steam game on PC, maybe I might actually have like an old type computer monitor, like an actual computer, not like a Macintosh, but like an old, I don't know, an old computer monitor thing where I can actually play Steam games and people, would actually enjoy it. So I think that would be a really cool, digestible way of doing it. Um, I'm so excited for Resident Evil Requiem. I don't normally like fangirl for characters, but seeing Leon come out and him being the other main character for this made me super excited. I was like, that's my boy. He's my homeboy. So I'm excited about Leon coming back. He looks older, and I think it's funny that it was the same YouTuber that I was watching about Leon aged like fine wine. And so I agree with that comment. Dude looks really good for it's Leon. It's just Leon. Yeah, okay. So continuing on, Rust Mobile. Don't play Rust. I'm not really interested in Rust. I'm interested in Satisfactory, but it's a first person game, so I can't really play it. But I think that's the closest to Rust that I can think about, that and Ark. But no, I don't think I'm interested in Rust. Screamer, that just makes me think of that. That's the anime racing game. So Screamer is a racing game where you live out the story through and like 3D anime cutscenes. And so that's really cool because it's a non PBR, like a non physically based rendering version of the game. It's kind of like Fortnite anime characters, but the driving portion is like almost semi-realistic or realistic, like F1 cars. And so I thought that was cool. I think it's very similar to the Ace Combat thing, where in Ace Combat 8 they have like you living on a naval ship and you actually explore that, and then the story, the actual combat is like the air jets and everything else, which is the main gameplay. But this one, you explore the story through like the anime characters or anime rendered characters, and then the story is the gameplay is the racing part, which is like realistic. I wonder if they're gonna do a very similar thing that they do for like Gundam games, where you'll have like you're racing in third person or in first person, and you'll see like little user interface cutouts of the characters talking to you in like anime or 3D anime, where they'll like, you know, turn around towards you and say something and then they'll disappear, kind of like Star Fox. So I think that would be a really cool idea. I like the solo leveling anime, and I read the manga before the anime came out, but I don't know how to feel about the game. So I'll leave that one at that. I simp for solo leveling. I don't know about simping for the game. Solos is the one that I'm excited about. It's the successor to Returnal. I don't know if they're going to be connected, but I'm hoping to see that one more, and I want to play that one. Soulframe, that's another one that got announced that I'm super confused about. I don't know if Soulframe is Warframe, but like kind of like armor that's more of like the, you know, not Viking, but of knights instead of futuristic armor. So I didn't really get, I was distracted because I was eating at that time watching it, so I'm not exactly entirely too sure. I just thought I caught the ending part and I was like, Soul Frame, is that like Warframe, but now it's like knights instead of future stuff. So I don't know about that one yet. South of Midnight, that one didn't get announced. It was already announced before. It just happened to win. I forgot what the award was. It's not that it was any less. I just forgot what it's called. It's for like games that do something to push the medium when it comes to like cultural or like not political, but to push human, like, or rather perspective of video games forward when it comes to like you know, like not gender, I guess, but like something like race, gender, culture, stuff like that. I forgot what the award was called, but I think that one for sure looks really cool. Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. This one, okay, this one is 100% a game that I'm scared that it's going to die, because one of my friends said that, or rather, I also read on Twitter that they're announcing games way too early, and 100% this is one of them, because they deliberately, they actually just said on Twitter, I think the developer said for it, that it is not going to release until sometime around the 20, like around 2030 or close to 2030. They need to stop doing that. They need to stop announcing games and then, you know, that are for like way later, and then that game dies. There's so many Star Wars cinematic games that have just died because of that. And so they need to like wait till they're much closer to be able to do that, to actually announce the game and go, actually, it's going to release next year. Because they keep doing that and it's the same story over and over again. And there's been so many games that have been canceled because of that. There's Star Wars Galactic Racer, and I think that one is coming out soon. So I think that one's cool, and a lot of people who are Star Wars fans are excited about that one. I think that one is like, there was a pod racer game before, and I played it. I think it was on the Nintendo 64, and I think that one was good. But I'm glad that those Star Wars fans get to have this again, but for a modern generation. So good on them. I'm happy for them, and I hope it doesn't bomb. And I think it's not. I don't think there's anything you can do to make that one bomb. Maybe just like a DLC thing, and EA, you know, has some kind of thing to do with it, or a DLC, you know, a multiplayer issue thing where they say like it's a live action game. That maybe there's a 50% chance that might kill it, that it becomes a live service game, and then bam, dead. But hopefully not. There's the Seven Deadly Sins Origins, and that one, it's supposed to be not an MMO. I don't know if it's an MMO. I know that it's, you get to play with a bunch of friends and you get to be in the world of the Seven Deadly Sins. I need to watch the anime I read a little bit of the manga. I've seen clips here and there, but I don't know enough about it to not disparage, but like make it look bad. But I'm excited for them. And maybe I might actually, if I play it a little bit, it might actually get me to play or rather read the manga and watch the anime. So yeah. So there's Tomb Raider Catalyst and Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, and those look very similar to what Tomb Raider looked like back then. Back then when I used to play it. I can't play them. It is one of the like Spyro, it is one of the third person games that for some reason the camera makes me puke. And I can't play them. So first person games make me sick, but third person games and third person games with that type of camera also make me sick. I think it has to do with the fact that wherever your character turns, the camera will move with them. Kingdom Hearts 1 did this. Yeah, Spyro does it. Can't remember what other games do it. I know that Silent Hill 2 does a little bit of it, the remake, and that's why I got sick. Silent Hill F does not do that, so I was able to play that one a little bit. But I can't play those games, and I'm happy for whoever gets to play the Tomb Raider games now. But those look really cool. They look like they're a return to form, or rather, a really good remake because they look almost entirely of what you would think Lara Croft would look like if it was a modern generation, but keeping the style of the PS1 games. So I'm happy for them. Total War Warhammer 40k. That one's interesting. I have a friend who's into Warhammer 40k, and I bet he would love it. I don't normally play like these types of games, but I feel like this is the type of game because it's Warhammer that I would play it. Because before it's like, oh yeah, it's just I hate saying this. I'm not a history buff or a historian or anything like that. But for me, I feel bad saying that. Oh yeah, it's just another game that's like in those times, like what do you call it? Like it's either Viking or those like they try and bring classical like cultures and stuff. And there's so many games that have been like that. And I mean, you could say it's the same thing about Final Fantasy. It's just another Final Fantasy game. But Final Fantasy does this. They do, classic fantasy, and then they do high fantasy, and then they do sci-fi fantasy. And sometimes they just go far off and do some really crazy crap. But to me, this Total War Warhammer 40k is like they put this the Warhammer skin on it, and it actually works really well, and it makes it look or feel completely different than what Total War really is to me, or what it was to me. So I'm excited about. I'm thinking that I might actually try this one. And then there's Warframe. Oh, there's four more. There's Warframe. That one's been going on at the Game Awards. They showed this. Maybe I can't be cultured about everything, but they showed this guy giving like a narration about something, and I couldn't hear it. I think I was still eating at that point. I was eating throughout the whole thing. It was like what, four tacos. I shouldn't have eaten them because it's hitting me right now. Like I think there's corn in the tortilla, so like it's messing me up. But uh, it's Warframe. It's gonna keep going. It's a really, it looks really good. But so I'm not gonna say it's not it's just not my thing. Um, Warlock Dungeons and Dragons. I think this one was where the VA. I think she came out and said, "Oh, I worked with them for this. It was a world premiere, and all it showed really was like a bunch of like VFX, like particles doing things, and then like they showed. I forgot what the whole thing, but then they showed up like a close up of her face, and not much you can talk about there. Where winds meet the Imperial Palace. I know where winds meet is just it's big. So I don't. It's one of those again, just like the Arc Knight thing. I might and Duet Knights Abyss. I might not play it. I don't think I am. I don't have the time because I'm developing this stuff to be able to play it. So, but it looks interesting. It looks cool. Wuthering Waves version 3. They had a player voice winner, and I I don't know how Wuthering Waves won that because it's been out for a long time. But Claire Obscure was there, And I feel like that one should have won it because like it was winning all of them, and not. I'm not just going to give it to Clear Obscure because they were winning everything, but it was because naturally people were voting for Clear Obscure that you would think that player's voice would be Clear Obscure. But Wuthering Waves won, and it is causing a stir up on Twitter. And they're, on Twitter, people are saying like, oh, it has a lot to do with like people in Asia or where, where the game comes from, where it's being played the most. We're allowed to vote on for the player's voice. And I'm not too sure if this is exactly the truth of it all, but Wuthering with a company, I think Hoyoverse did Wuthering Waves, and they gave stuff for a vote, which kind of seems wrong. I am not too sure, but I think that's what I heard is going on. Um, they won the player's voice maybe because of that. I'm not too sure. But anyways, they announced another thing for Zenless Zone Zero is called Angels of Delusion. I like ZDD, but I think one of my friends said it right. It's like a very, and I hate saying the word gooner game, where it's like it's very like it's towards that kind of like feel, that kind of like player. And I don't. I like how the game looks. I like the materials. I like the textures. I like how the characters are animated. I just think they're overly animated, and I don't subscribe to like games like that. So, to each their own. But I think that, so yeah, that was the whole game awards. They have like there's an Excel sheet that's going through all of them. Game releases, info, the game. Let's see if there's a Dirax Festas. I don't see anything about, wow, there's a lot of games. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything more about the Game Awards thing. I know that somebody posted the thing. No thanks. Go away, go away. Pragmata Orbitals. I think that's it. What they did that was really cool was that they announced a lot of games that were currently out or that are coming out for the Switch 2. And so I have a Switch 2 and I'm super excited, but I might not, if it's already out for the Steam, I already have the Steam Deck. So I'm probably just going to play those games on Steam Deck. If a game comes out for the Switch 2, I want it to be exclusive for Switch 2, like Link's Awakening and Pokemon ZA, which I'm currently playing. But if it is already on Steam, I might as well just play it on Steam Deck because it will run better and it'll look better because I have an OLED. It's an OLED Steam Deck. But anything other than that, then maybe I'll get it for Switch 2. I'm just super excited that more games are coming out for the Switch 2 because what that tells me is that is a growing audience that, were serious games which did not come out on Switch 2 before. It was games that like either had to dumb down the game by a lot or games that were made for the Switch came out on the Switch. But big players like Square Enix and a bunch of these companies are finally starting to put their games out on Switch 2, which it sets a really good precedence to where we're moving. So I'm super excited about that. And hopefully I can get my games out on Switch 2 as well. Or rather, yeah, I mean all of my games, whether it's like, Channel Breachers, Roots Homebound, or Fiber. I'm super excited. Oh, Fiber Threads of Reality. I'm really excited about being able to do that. Anyways, I'm going to try and see if I can get a little bit more work done before I clock out because it's almost, I have 20 minutes to do before I clock out. And I'm super I'm not tired. I'm really not tired. I've been drinking this, which is sparkling ice. It has no corn. So I'm excited about that because I can't drink corn. Corn makes my tummy sad. I'm also, because I'm allergic to it. And it makes my tummy sad. And then I started getting sinus issues. So I'm really excited about finding a drink that I can drink that's sweet and cool. And oh man, it seems like a brand, like a product placement, but it's not. So let's get back to talking about development. And so I think I was did it freeze? I think it is frozen. No, it's not frozen. Is my thing frozen? Desktop. recapture. Yep, there you go. It was frozen. Okay. So I got like a very quick rundown of what the chat is supposed to look like. And I've got my character here. And I know that I want chat to come out. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix the chat stuff outside of that, like outside of the stream. And what else? I know that I want to show the game. And I was having trouble with that last stream because the people who created it, they might not have like set up like a Mac thing. So I'm gonna have to go through that internally, like on my own. I know the one thing that I want to show is like all the stuff that I was doing before on my character. I want to show that too. So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually, I think I might actually start modeling like the Super Nintendo, unless I can find like a Super Nintendo model, but I doubt it. So I think CRT player, that's the one I am on. I'm gonna save that. Yeah, that's the one I'm on. I'm gonna go to player rig, and yeah, that's the character. Look at that little character. He's like, oh, he's dying here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so yeah, that's do I have this model in here? Do the thing is, I don't know if I feel like if I should model a Super Nintendo from scratch, or if I should actually set it up to, or find one that's on that I can sell, because it's going to be very hard if I try and find one. It's going to be very hard to use it, because I'm worried that Nintendo will get mad that that I'm showing off like I'm playing Super Nintendo on it. Is that like a thing that I can do? Let's see if no, you know what, I think I might actually have to make it like a, what is it called? Like my own version of like a Super Nintendo or Super Nintendo. Oh, whoops. Actually, why did that work? That's weird. So let's go look at what Super Nintendo looks like. Super Nintendo. Or actually, you know what? It actually has a lot to do with what I'm going to be playing. So if I'm playing Final Fantasy or Mega Man, I'd have to choose the console where it first came out. And so, yeah, let me do something very fast. I know for sure I want to plan this, but I also want to do this thing where if the character has, what is it called? Not in front of a TV, but somewhere else. Where, sir. Okay, I might actually disconnect that for now. But one of the things that that looks so cool. The reflection, that looks really cool. One of the things I want to do for sure is that I want to show like a Game Boy Color or Game Boy on like me holding it, but I didn't know if like I want to hold it. So if I'm playing a Game Boy game or a Game Boy Advance game, should I have a Game Boy Advance in my hand and then I would get close to like the viewer? Because if I do that, there might be some like limitations about how close the like this, because if we're right next to each other like that, I would have to have me facing the Game Boy Advance towards the camera. But that might look weird, and there's so many like limitations for that. So I'm trying to think like maybe if it's if I have like some kind of like link, like the Game Boy Link thing, I might actually like be able to connect that to the TV. The problem with that is that historically, like I don't think that's a thing. I know Game Boy Advance did that with the GameCube, but I don't think there was ever a way to connect Game Boy Color. I'm searching online. Show Game Boy Color on TV. Yeah, it was either supposed to be modded with an HDMI or composite out, an emulator, or GameCube with the official Game Boy player, or so Oh, whoops. So Game Boy player, and then Game Boy. So was it able to play um players available, yada yada yada, black and indigo, yada yada yada, controllers, on-screen menu, compatibility, Game Boy game packs. So Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, good. E-reader and GameCube. So okay, so I can. So I think this is what I'll do when it comes to playing the Game Boy games, Game Boy Advance games, and Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. Try saying that 10 times. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, No, I can't do it. I almost said the GAY one instead, because my tongue will inadvertently cut these right here instead of like actually saying the whole thing after like 3-4 times. So I'm glad I didn't continue. So yeah, so I can play these three. I'm gonna have to make like let me put that onto here because I know for sure that I'm gonna want to do that whenever I start actually streaming. So compatibility, Game Boy Color. I'm gonna just take a clip of this and put that right here. Yeah, here we go. So now I can play that. Let me close that. I'm not too sure about what other games I would want to play. Yes, close all of them. So like, I know for sure I want to play PlayStation games, and that one has a console. I know for sure. No, wrong one, sir. I know for sure I want to play Super Nintendo, and I can. That's a console. I know for sure maybe the Sega. So if I want to play Sonic, but that's a console. PlayStation, PS1, PS2, PS3. I can play all of those. I don't know how I'm gonna do this emulator wise because I don't know if I should be using an emulator, and I don't think that's legal. So I'm trying to think maybe everything that I do want to play would be on Steam, and we could just pretend that it's on what is it called? That it's on that console because I don't want to. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for that. So the thing that I'm worried about is playing like the Wii U, and I know for sure. I think the Nintendo, the Wii U and the Wii. So I know for sure the Nintendo, what is it called, Switch, the shop, not the shop, but like the membership thing has like those games. So Nintendo membership GameCube games. But I don't think they have like they have the classics, but I don't think they actually have like the is there a list? Here it is. GameCube. Yeah, that's it. It only has these games. So for me, Wind Waker would be that game, but I would want other people. I won't want people to feel like they're watching more than that, like Luigi's Mansion and other stuff. So I know for sure that I want to like GameCube GameCube. Why caps? Oh, I turned off caps. Why? Cube 3D model. Uh yeah, so I can find like these, but I would want to make them. I would want to make them look like the style of the game and not necessarily um realistic because this looks realistic. But what I can do is I can take this. Can I download it? I hope you don't have to buy it because that's selling something that doesn't belong to you, right? Follow. No, I don't think you can. Let me GameCube. Oh yeah, this is perfect. I wouldn't use it, but I think this. Can I download it? No, you can't. Yeah, there's gonna be so many of them that you can. There's so many of them that you're not gonna be able to buy. I know for sure. I just like want to get the sizing because if I can get the sizing, then I can work with that, and I can have the controller in my hand. So that would be That would be super nice. Uh, yeah, can I download this? I'm just gonna, yep, I'm going through there and then download that. And then what I'm gonna do is just, I'm just gonna, sure. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, oh no, man, skip this, skip this. I don't, no, just go back. I'm just gonna refresh. Okay, I'm just gonna go through Sketch because I don't want to do that thing. No, I don't want to do this. Stop it, Sketchfab. Sketchfab.com. .co. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sketchfab.co. Come on, load, 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 go, 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 go. Okay, thank you. Huh? Why does this not Sketchfab? I'm just gonna do this. Go back. It is .com. Why didn't it work? That's odd. Okay, so Sketchfab, GameCube. Let's see, where was it? Where were you? Where were you? I can't down. I wish I could download this one. This would be so goddamn useful. Yeah, this would be so. Actually, let's see if I can download. Can I download this one? I swear I saw like a model. Yeah, right here. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to copy. I just want the FBX. Sure. I'll just use GOTF. And then what I'll do is in Blender, I'll import it and then get the sizing compared to this guy. Import GOTF. GOTF. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Up there you are. Huh. Did I not download it? GOB. No, GOTF. Did I download that? Did I get that right? Oh, it's a zip file. Oh, okay. Let me open that. GameCube with controller, scene GOTF, and then bring that into Blender. And then sure, I'm gonna import that. Oh, it's massive. It is also a dense boy. It is a very dense boy. Wow. Okay. Where are you? Scale view. Okay, yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm gonna change this a lot. I'm gonna remodel it. Actually, I'm not gonna use this because I don't want to use I don't want to have all these, all the polygons in there. I don't want it to be this dense because it is very dense. Yeah, let me. Wow, why? How dense is this? This isn't my normal scene. Let me go back to modeling. Wait, this isn't my scene. Oh, it's because it's an animation right now. So yeah, so this one is, wow, that is heavy. And ow, I don't want to use that. I just want the proportions, the sizing, compared to the character. And then what I'll do is, oh, whoops. Character cube sketchfab model. Yeah. Select hierarchy. No, select hierarchy. Yep, there you go. So I'm gonna move that closer. It looks good. I mean, I think that's about the size of what the GameCube looked like. And I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna do the GameCube first and see what that looks like. Okay, so I do want, I am gonna texture everything on there. So I just want this to look very similar, and I'm gonna remodel the whole thing from scratch. I don't really need, like I said, I don't want to get this person to work and then redo it. I just want it to look kind of similar, but not like too similar, because I don't want to get hit with like something. And then maybe later on, whenever I do get like people, interested more on the game or the scene or the project and stuff, then I can get like, have like an actual team modeling the actual thing for me, because right now it's a little too, it's too much. So I just want to keep it super simple. So yeah. Make that. I just want to get the sizing for now because a lot of this stuff I'm gonna be doing off not this stream but next stream because right now it's already actually. Wow, I didn't realize it was already 10:55. So it is actually time for me to end the stream. So let's see. We talked a lot about. Let me switch back to this thing. Chat screen. Okay, so we talked a lot about. Man, the Game Awards. That was a whole yap session. But yeah. So I'm excited about like the games that are coming out. So further to do, we got so set up chat for stream. That is kind of done. So we kind of did the little character on there, but what we do want is have chat widget update. Chat widget update, and then I already set up the add-on animations. That's done for now. Set up Marco BP. Yeah. And then because those two are going to be much easier. And then I'm going to do set up talking value animations or value setup already. Set up talking value stuff. Yeah, cool. Neat. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's what the stuff is for next stream. So if you've been watching the VOD or if you've been with me the whole time, I really appreciate you and I appreciate anybody that passed by. And I'm super excited about continuing this stuff. I'm excited about streaming. And I'm excited about like where the game and where this gaming stuff, like the gaming scene, end up at. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't done it yet, follow for the stream, and then catch the VODs that from the past streams on YouTube. Now I've already uploaded the last two, and then join the Discord or what is it called? Follow me on Twitter. And I need to put that stuff. I need to actually put that stuff like right here, so that way people can see like the stuff right away without me having to say it. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will be back on Monday at 8 p.m. again. 8 p.m. again. And yeah, thank you so much. And I really appreciate it. Take care and have a good night. Bye bye.